I'm Lana Zellner. I am an architectural designer with Ground Up, which is me and Kristen.
Yeah, so my name is Kristen Svorka. I am one half of Ground Up. Started with Lana 2 years ago.
Art Not Arrest is a project that we started in September after a series of shootings that took place in our neighborhood and all over New York City. It basically is a community-driven architecture installation that's going up in the community garden down the street, and it is a series of interwoven zip ties. Each one is sponsored by a community member, and as they weave together over the course of the spring and summer, it'll build a canopy that will house art classes underneath of it.
Mm-hmm.
When we were coming up with the project, we wanted to do something that specifically focused on bringing as many people together towards one goal as possible, which has kind of been, I think, the leading concept. Yeah. We wanted to make sure that we had something that was, you know, not overly offensive, but would keep people interested and keep the conversation on task.
Mm-hmm.
After the shootings, there was a lot. It seemed a little bit like the neighborhood was torn and kind of fighting about why there were shootings and how you can fix it, and you know whose fault it was that it had happened, and this sort of conversation was going on.
We kept calling ourselves two white chicks.
Yeah.
Like two white chicks with this message to the community. But that I don't think has come up at all. I mean, in the presentations that we've done, in the community meetings that are held once a month here, I mean, that is certainly, you know, a very, very diverse group of people that attend, people that have lived in this neighborhood for a long time, people that are new to this neighborhood. And I don't think anybody has ever had any resentment that's expressed to us or that I've seen or that I can tell. It helps us that we know a lot of people in the community from living here and from doing other projects that are dependent on them to be involved. So when we go around to people and ask them for donations, ask them to, you know, have some of the cups in their restaurant or in their store that people can buy and donate to there, I think that makes it definitely easier. If it was in a neighborhood where we didn't know the people and we were just trying to introduce ourselves, then generating interest, I think, would be much more difficult.
It almost lets you not be so clear about your statements and be a little bit more vague and imply that other people think for themselves, rather than saying, I know all the answers. Here it is, written up in perfect form, X, Y, Z, how we're going to fix the problems. Right. It's just, here's some issues, here's my expression of it, and people will talk and figure it out more. It invites more questions, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're not providing solutions. I don't know that we're like qualified to. We have our opinions. But yeah, we're providing the platform for people to sort of talk about it, and hopefully we'll all figure it out together. So I think that is certainly like an easier standpoint to have, you know? It's like, we're not dictating to people, we're not like saying like, okay, we want to talk about this, we want to try and figure this out. It's like, we're all in it together.